Welcome back for our GLEC series against Lourdes University. This is our second GLEC series of the year, hoping to continue our undefeated one-game streak. I'm Vector. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Monsieur. And so let's get right. Valpo and Lords are already off to their start of the pickin' bands. From Valpo, we see a real fast reaction on the Ziggs B1 pick, but we got a lot of interesting bands, and it's going to be very interesting to see, especially with all the item changes in 14.19.
Yeah, we see Valpo ban two of Super Bear's junglers. Amumu and Viego are both picks he likes to play a lot. So, um, I guess we're gonna I guess we'll see. I think they're fearing the jungler somewhat if they're banning their own picks. But we're going to see Yone come out for Lords. That's interesting. Do you think that's going top probably?
Probably top. I don't think Yone's really too strong right now mid, just because of again all the item changes just all champions are a little bit slower, so would expect to see the Yone mid, the Jin, and obviously Jin ADC really strong, but also not a bad Lord's pick for Yone, just because again it does force it to be a flex pick. And we do see that Valpo does respond. Super Bear specifically responds with the J4, and probably MF Jackimbo responding with the Vex.
Yeah, I like Jarvan a lot here because you can trap a couple members of the enemy team in your ultimate, and then Ziggs will hit them with the center of his ultimate, so that'll do a ton of damage. But also, it's really easy to get on top of Jin and Brand as J4 because they don't really have any movement abilities. So I like the Jarvan here.
I was gonna say even in addition to that, the Vex all into a good fear in the center. You can interrupt Jin, interrupt Brand in the middle of that, and if J4 or Ziggs, right now all three of Valpo's picks all have synergy with each other, which is really good to see. We do see that it does look like top. It does look like top lane once again is going to be the ban focus for Lords. With we see that an Aatrox, Cassante, and a Malphite pick all top just from Lords, followed by the Iali ban. And partially a Mumu ban from Valpo, but probably that was more expected to be a ban in the jungle.
Yeah, do people play a Mumu top right now?
No, they don't. But Amumu's so strong right now. Just give any lane extra engage, and no one's really going to complain. But we do see the Rel pick from Lords, a pretty strong pick into Jin, especially because of the knockup into the Jin W. Really good combo, even at starting at level 2. So Valpo's bot lane will have to play a little bit safe early
I was
on.
gonna say I bet we'll see Poppy here. That's easy ground for the Rel. Can push Rel away when she tries to engage. It's cool that she can kind of interact with Jarvan's ult because it's terrain. Oh, come on, pick Darius. Pick Darius.
Is
Pick,
what
pick Darius.
dreadful teasing us in the studio, depending what we're gonna see.
What is he doing?
He's feathering the pick. We see the
No,
Camille.
that's disappointing. I thought he was gonna play Darius. That's his signature champion, I would say. I thought we were gonna get a nice display, but instead we get Camille, which is still fun to watch, but not as fun as the blind pick Darius.
I was gonna say we're gonna see how Lawrence has to respond again the true damage and the decent engage opportunity coming from Camille. We see the Cho'Gath come in. Interesting choice.
That's honestly a really good pick. I don't think that like late game nobody on Valpo can kill Cho'Gath.
Even Yeah, the only way they're gonna have to be able to respond to Cho'Gath is really Poppy ults them
Bobby
away.
ults him away, but then like mid game Camille can still do a ton of damage with her Q because it just does a million damage. But if the game goes really late, Valpo's not killing Cho'Gath.
And so with that being said, we see that the picks for both Valpo and Lords honestly pretty decent picks all around. Vector, as right before we go into the game, what do you think are like the lanes to be watching? before we head in?
Um, I'm thinking that we should pay attention to mid lane because if Jakimbo can get some good roams off and not feed the own, which I don't think he'll do that, he'll be able to help his team get ahead, which will be nice for dealing with the Cho'Gath, who will eventually become really big and scary.
All right. So with that being, I 100% agree. But with that being said, please give us a few minutes to let the teams finalize the decisions and get into the game, and we will catch you back in a few minutes. Thank you. are back for our first GLEC game versus Lourdes. During the quick break, we do have to give a quick shout out to Jeff Paul.
Thank you, Jeff Paul, for the 5 gifted subs and the Twitch and your own sub. Thank you so much. It really helps support the team.
So with that being said, we're gonna quickly look into the games just to figure out what we're seeing here. We got two 5-man points. Both teams not really looking for anything too big since there's not too nice engage level. We do see the brand trying to go on Super Bear, just doing saying a little hi, saying a little hello, but not making it much more than that.
That's a peaceful game down bot. They're just sitting there looking at each other.
Just you gotta just look nice, say hi,
Show off the skin. Show off the skin for sure.
Of course, especially if you got out of a chest. But I was gonna say, I was like, this is our first, this is the first stream game, with the new patch. For those of you who don't know, this patch was pretty major in terms of two things. One, the ranks, for all people have on a kind of a soft reset, so people are doing their placements to get back into their games. But also, about 75% of all items, were adjusted in one way or another with the start of this patch. So a lot of characters and a new meta is going to be shaping up relatively shortly here, just because no one really knows what no one is too familiar with what anything is. But we see Jakimbo getting off the first electrocute proc on the Yone, just getting a little bit of extra damage. And with that being said, just give us 1 second. We see Dreadful and Cho'Gath just trading some niceties up in the top lane. Dreadful does it level 2 first.
Yeah.
So could look for doing a little bit more poke onto Cho'Gath.
It's really hard for Cho'Gath to walk up to Camille early, even to farm. It's so tricky.
He just Camille punishes so much with that.
Because you just have to hit a Q or two. Yeah, because what Dreadful just did there is he used his Q on a minion, his Q1, because Camille's Q has 2 charges. He used Q1 on a minion a couple seconds before he knew Cho'Gath was going to come up to try and take farm.
So yeah, that preparation and being able to predict based on the wave and based on how it looks to determine what to do next is why we see Dreadful usually pretty successful up in the top lane.
Yeah.
We do see Jakimbo pretty handily taking the early CS lead from Yone. I don't want to say an unfortunate match. Oh, that damage and another electrocute prod.
I mean, you're right though. It is an unfortunate matchup. Yone's good into range characters, but he's got to get some levels first. Like those first few levels is the same as any. It's the same as any, where it's just you feel like you can't really do anything.
But even with his spirit form, just giving, because I believe that for Vex it counts as a dash.
Yeah, I think so.
So giving Vex an increase or a reduction on her passive, her Doom and Gloom, does make it threats. We do see the Law go in for an attempt for an engage. Nothing too big happens. We do see that Super Bear is in the enemy jungle right now, probably looking for something, but them into Law, keeping red kind of under their tower, and they're not strong enough quite yet for a dive.
Dragon's coming up in 1 minute, so Super Bear is going to take his back. I'm thinking he's going to head top side first. Maybe he's going to look for the crab. Maybe he's going to try and set up for the grubs that are spawning in a little bit. I don't think he wants to take Dragon right now because his Ziggs can't auto attack like a regular ADC can, and Ziggs has no mana.
So Ziggs will have to, Dragon is down a little bit. We do see the spirit form from the Yone trying to dodge.
He did dodge it. That's some fancy moves.
But again, but looking at the Valpo is up about 400 gold already purely off of CS, which is good. It's good for Valpo to see. CS is always important to make sure that you're focusing on doing it well. We do see that the Ziggs and the Law's already backed. Ziggs is back in, and looks like could be ready for a contestation at Dragon, because of backing from both Jin and Rel.
Yeah, as far as things go, this is a pretty standard game so far. Just farming up, not really seeing a ton of people dying. I'm excited to see how this one shapes up later. I think Dreadful meant to hit that Q on the Cho'Gath, but he accidentally hit a minion with it. It happens to the best of us.
Yes, it does. We will see, though, that Cho'Gath does hit level 6 first, and it does look like he might try to save his Devour stack, but he might also try just to get his 6, he might try to get his 6, minion stacks as early as possible. All we do
I
see...
played a lot of Cho'Gath, and if I was this guy, I would just eat a minion and leave.
And again, the thing
That's 100% what he should do.
but he doesn't have mana now.
He doesn't have mana now.
We do see that the Void Grubs have spawned.
Maybe he wants to save it to eat a grub.
I would think so, but his jungler is that dragon.
Yeah, and the nice thing is grubs do count towards your infinite stacks.
Epic monster.
Yeah, they're an epic monster, which is kind of a Cho'Gath buff, considering there's 6 of them that spawn top lane.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Oh, I was gonna say I took a second to really realize that. We do see the Law come in.
The top lane roam from the Law. I mean, that's classic. He's so good at roaming, but that's gonna be first blood for Valpo going on to Dreadful's Camille.
And a Camille that already has kind of a good early start. Seeing that they're continuing to have that good. That now just allows Camille to have full prio, I would say, up until probably 14 minutes.
Yeah. Even longer, probably. I mean, the matchup is really, really good until Cho'Gath has 1,000,000 health.
All right, we do see the potential for Super Bear getting they're getting a little. Lourdes is getting a little frisky, trying to see if they could do anything, but Super Bear does have the ability to to QE over the wall, get into safety. We see Jakimbo go in, or not go in, but just slightly trading. We will see that we will see the Yone burn flash, which is good to see. It will be down for the next objective fight. That being Grubs in about 3 minutes and Dragon in about 4. Again, Jakimbo poking down the Yone. Up 15, now 14 CS. Which again is just about a kill's worth of CS. Oh, we are seeing that Jakimbo does have to throw it out a little bit. Jakimbo not able to fully help the Law with knocking down the Rel. But again, Jakimbo just playing safe. There's no reason for them to play overly aggressive when they don't have to.
Yeah, and I mean Jakimbo's just kind of beating this guy up mid lane. He can take a little damage from the bot lane.
Oh, but we do see the
here comes J4. Alone in there. He's got to get out.
J4 able to kill with the ultimate. Brand does throw down the ultimate, knocking down Super Bear. Jakimbo is low, is burning from Brand. Brand does flash, and so does Law. And overall a decent trade, but Jin getting the kill does make it slightly not as favorable for Valpo.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all right overall. It's not the worst thing in the world. Get a kill on your jungler for a kill on the ADC, which that's not terrible because the jungler can kind of spread the love around the map with the gold he's got.
All right, we just see exhaust. We see exhaust come out from Rel. The Law is going to be able to.
Jakimbo hits like a truck right now.
Oh, when we do see the flash, we do see the barrier come out, and a lot of CC being used. Lourdes is able to escape that. And I think Valpo was, really looking to probably get something there, but most summoner spells, 3 out of 4 summoner spells were used.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Lourdes bot lane is down to 1 summoner spell.
And with objectives coming up soon, that does give Valpo a lot of extra priority.
I think Cho'Gath probably has 1 stack still. Is there a way we can check that?
I think if we click on Cho'Gath, I think we might be able to see it.
If we direct the camera to Cho'Gath.
There's nothing that's too crazy. It looks like it's going to be happening in the wave.
Yeah, he's at 1 stack. So for those in the audience, this big monster Cho'Gath, every about a minute he can eat something, and the more that he eats, the larger he will get, and there's no limit to how large he can get. But we're gonna see a fight starting mid lane now, and Diadem's just doing a great job at layering that damage on top of the Law's CC.
It is interesting. We are already at 10 minutes, and neither support has ults. A little bit slow on their part, but again, that XP is getting funneled towards their laners, which is helpful. But again, a Rel ult or a Poppy ult could very easily turn these fights.
Yeah, and I mean they're roaming all over the place too. Like first blood was from the Law roaming top lane. That's like a journey across the whole map. So it doesn't really surprise me that they're a little low on XP right now. But this is going to be another 6 scrub game for Valpo. That seems to be kind of the theme of this season for Valpo. You get 6 scrubs. Oh, does he live?
Jakimbo lives, but he does have to be careful because
he's got to get out of here. He's got to get out of here.
The brand is nearby.
Oh, he's not getting out.
Oh!
Oh, is he getting out of here? No, he's
not going to get out.
And the kill goes to Brand, that's better than it getting on the Jhin. It could have gotten on the Jhin, second kill on the ADC, but it goes to the jungler instead.
And it does look like we're going to see a little bit of a tussle in the river in preparation for the dragon. Super is getting stuck, but we do see the TP come out from Dreadful to the flag. Dreadful is launching.
He's got his ult down on the Yone, but Jhin is just kind of throwing his ult down willy-nilly into the center of mass of Valpo's team, which definitely works. That definitely works if everybody's standing right on top of each other. Just get all your shots off. And that looks about even for both teams. I think Valpo did go up 1, right? Like,
Valpo was +1. However, I will say for Super Bear, it did look like Super Bear just expected to. Super Bear kind of just expected to die in that engage, and so he was just trying to go for the scuttle crab, trying to get as much extra.
Yeah. And one thing I was gonna point out after Jakimbo kills these guys, Jakimbo picking up a double kill on the enemy bot lane. He does need to escape tower range though, and he and the Law are doing a great job of trying to manage layering their CC on top of each other, and it looks like they will both get out. But
we see the flash extension from Super Bear, knocking up Brand, and again making this engage making this overall scuffle really strong, and with the W from Ziggs being able to break the first tower at 13 minutes.
Yeah, and in that fight, Super did have a flag down, and he tried to go to it, but he was like a hair too far away for it to drag through the rest of the team. It was a little sad to watch as a Jarvan player.
Right, Jakimbo was trying to look to see to knock out the Jhin or knock out the Yone, but just a little bit not enough damage. And there's too many people for him to ensure that kill, especially because he is up. He does have a 200 gold bounty.
Did Vex get a buff this patch?
Vex was not buffed directly, but I think just like indirect buffs, especially with the items.
Because he's hitting like a truck right now.
Vex for dodge or engage heavy comps, Vex is just so good because of all the extra partial refunds that she gets on her Doom and Gloom stacks. So when Rel attempts to go in, when Yone's been going in, it's just really strong for both of them. It's really strong for both of them to just have those extra partial resets, because extra CC is never something that's bad, and especially when we see Valpo does have 4 characters that have at least a decent bit of hard CC in their kit. It's really good to see. Valpo again up right around 6,000 gold. To Lourdes' credit though, they do have 2 dragons. 6 grubs is preferable to 2 drags, but Valpo is probably going to try to look to prevent them having soul point in just about 4 minutes now.
And Valpo really needs to be careful about letting them get these mountain dragons, because when you start giving Cho'Gath mountain dragons, he just becomes impossible to kill, because he gets a bunch of health from just being Cho'Gath. But when you start giving him a bunch of free armor and magic resist, he becomes a monster.
100%. And again, especially, well, even Cho'Gath now gives a second layer of execute um, to epic monsters because they're able to get caught out.
They can double smite.
But enough talking about that. We got a fight going on, and Jakimbo's able to rapidly clean up that fight
Yeah,
against
gets a
Rel.
quick pick on Rel. I would like to see Valpo start moving towards the Herald now, because it's kind of sitting there and there's not really much else up on the map. I think Super Bear heard me. I think he's running there.
They're into our cons. We do see Dreadful chunking. Dreadful is chunking Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath does have Heartsteel though. So Dreadful is gonna have to start being careful about trying not to give Cho'Gath 3 stacks.
And there it is. That is the wombo combo of Jarvan ult into Ziggs ult. Just drop a huge bomb right on Lourdes' heads. And we see kind of a reverse tower dive happening for Vex and Yone there. Jakimbo picking up a quick kill on the enemy Yone. That's 3 members of Lourdes down right now, and we're gonna blow up this tower with Ziggs W.
Super
I
Bear
hate that
is
little
on
rat.
Herald. Super Bear, yeah. Oh, Ziggs, yeah. Ziggs is a fun little troublemaker. We are gonna see that Valpo is going for like a 4-1 right now. Super Bear is alone on the Rift Herald, a little scary.
Oh, he'll be fine. I mean, because Lourdes has to answer this four-man bot side, right?
And they
So
have to send
you,
4.
Yeah, they have to send 4, and you can't really just send one person to the Herald like that. And that is going to be a free Herald for Valpo. This is a dominant game so far.
Yeah, Valpo up right around almost 10k gold, which is genuinely a lot. We do see in looking at items, Jakimbo in the mid lane having an item, boots, and a full Dark Seal completed. Well, Yone doesn't even have full item yet. He had to buy Mercury Treads in order to prevent that, in order to prevent Vex damage, and Yone needs the items to start getting online and doing real damage. So it's really scary if you're a Lourdes fan. But continuing on, looking at the items real fast, we do see that Ziggs does have his completed second item will finish Archangel's Staff in probably about a minute. Jhin does have just Collector. Poppy again also up a full item. Rel doesn't have an item yet. Super Bear almost at 2 items at like 1.5. Brand at 1. We do see the double Merc Treads, which again a lot of magic damage.
Super Bear's just in the enemy jungle having some fun. I think that is a trait he picked up from watching me during his freshman year last year, just going into the enemy jungle, getting jumped, and then having to run away.
I was gonna say the only reason why Super is able to get out is because that Valpo is so far ahead, and if Lourdes overextends at all, that is a recipe for disaster. And it's a massacre.
And
as soon as that was said, we do the Super Bear is low. Does
picked up by the Brand ult. The Law goes for an ult, but it goes wide, doesn't hit anybody. But Valpo is gonna clean up in the bot lane here, and I think they will still go for the dragon.
Yeah, Valpo does get a 3 for run. Enemy jungler is alive, but Brand cannot respond to Jakimbo and Diadem, both extremely strong right now. And Diadem does finish their second item now fully, giving them Seraph's Embrace.
But I would like to call attention to the Cho'Gath. Once we see him again, you're gonna notice he's already looking a lot bigger than he was a little ago. Like he's starting to gain mass.
And thank you again to Jeff Paul for the cheering for the bits. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. But cheering for Valpo notwithstanding, again looking at the state of the game right now, Valpo again has a good lead, and something I think that Valpo learned, especially from the previous 2 games, is Valpo's focus on CS is still extremely strong. We see Dreadful up almost 45 CS and Diadem up about 30.
Yeah, I think that was somewhere they struggled last week in our first week of games, but they have seemingly corrected course and are back on track. Right quick, It doesn't look like we're going to see anything crazy happening. I would like to check on... Actually, once things die down a little bit here, I would like to check on Cho'Gath. I would
Just
like to see
their
how
show.
many stacks he's at.
It does look like it is a 4v4. Cho'Gath is at the bot lane, and so is at bot, so is Jakimbo. But again, both of them have TP, so they can come up if needed to entertain a full team fight if it starts breaking out for either team.
So Cho'Gath is at 6 stacks now, and assuming he's gotten those all from minions, he can't get any more from minions.
So yeah, Cho'Gath is looking right now to hopefully get a decent to get the execute, get the chomp, and get the extra max health. We do see that does look like Rift Herald is summoned bot side. We have an engage going. Super ulted over the wall. Diadem throwing down the bomb.
Diadem just a little bit too far away, I think, to get that ult in the Jarvan ult. But Diadem knocking Jhin out of ult, that's a nifty trick, using your satchel to knock back the Jhin out of his ultimate.
I was gonna say, Valpo does have to now be slightly careful since Super Bear and the Law are both low, as Lourdes could very easily start back and get back with full health and mana. Valpo does just have to be careful and again make sure that they are not overstaying their welcome. They got a decent bit out of that with the crash of the Herald and the pick on Rel, but Valpo does need to just be careful.
I mean, I was about to say, I really hope that after Severe Vax he buys some magic resist, because this brand is just blowing him up. I think that's most of his deaths are coming from the brand, so he's picked up that cloak to help keep him alive a little bit longer.
With the Frozen Heart pickup and now the Negatron cloak, plus tabbies, Super Bear is becoming the full tank that the team is needing for the full another tank that the team needs in addition to Poppy.
Yeah, the Frozen Heart pick is a little strange to me, because the only person you really want that for is Yone, right? But Yone's 0-3. So here I think I would have gone Gargoyles, because it's a little bit better against the crits, which is useful against Yone later, useful against the Jhin all the time.
And especially if Brand ults you had the ability to suppress it and kind of negate most of that damage. Super Bear is going to take some damage here, but nothing too crazy. We do see that it looks like Brand is looking for a potential overextension. Dreadful is going on the Jhin, doing major damage. We do see the exhaust pop by Rel along with the stun. Please give us 1 second, as right in the middle we get into the action. We do see that the Jhin now in a better position does start ulting, but Jakimbo was able to completely dominate the Rel, and the Diadem
throws
bomb.
a bomb at his head, and Jhin explodes.
A lot of
barely
damage.
Living through that. That is horrifying.
And with that, Valpo will be able to get a pretty easy Baron. Still have to be somewhat careful because again there are 4 members of Lourdes up, 3 in the mid lane, but it looks like Lourdes just going to trade a tier 1 tower for them getting Baron.
Oh, that is disgusting.
The law of
Valpo has is he gonna solo the Yone?
And Poppy solos the Yone. Absolute.
That is nuts.
Huge positioning on the law, able to hold the Yone so that when Yone's ultimate hits, he doesn't go over the Raptor pit, and because he ulted both the Cho'Gath and the Brand away, there was not enough damage
nobody
for
to
that
help
tower to
him.
get taken. An absolutely masterful use of Poppy in unconventional ways, leading to a pick from Poppy into the Yone.
When your carry mid laner is getting soloed by the tank support, I think that's a good sign something has gone wrong for your game plan.
Lourdes is not having the best day mid lane. Valpo is looking on the Cho'Gath, and as the game continues though, we will note Dreadful does get slightly weaker as the game goes, but it's not even really going to matter because Jakimbo and Diadem absolutely destroying some of the only threats that there are. Jakimbo with the double kill. Dreadful is taking 2 people up in the top lane, and it looks like Super Bear is nearby, but it looks like that if Dreadful can hold them, he's just trying to.
I mean,
Valpo's just trying
you
to
send
end.
your 2 tanks to answer the Camille mid-game. That's kind of just what's going to happen. Like, you're not going to kill them, and they're both going to die. But Dreadful taking out, eventually, with a little help from Super Rare, both members of the team that were sent to stop him. And Valpo is closing in on Lourdes' base, 25 minutes into the game. Wow, that guy just evaporated.
Absolute
That
damage.
is a dominant game from Valpo in game 1 of this series.
So with that being said, we see that Valpo takes with a 17,000 gold lead by the end of the game. Does kind of roll over Lords a little bit. 25-minute game. And Valpo playing that extremely well, taking a lot of what we've been talking about in both NECC and GLEC the past few games, and really starting to learn from where they could improve, but also continuing to be strong on where they were strong beforehand.
If you were Lords, what would you adjust this next game?
I definitely think that Lords, if Lords wants to be successful, Lords is going to have to ensure that they have, I would say, a good team comp for everyone, especially more engage. So genuinely seeing that, because they had Rel, Cho'Gath is decent, but again, the Q range isn't that good. A lot of it's just way too conditional engage versus Valpo that just had a lot of kind of free point and click or nearby hard crowd control.
But yeah, with that, we're going to go to a break, and we'll be back with game 2 soon. And we are back for game 2 of our GLEC series versus Lourdes. I'm Vector. I'm joined by a new co-host.
I'm Jacob, also known as Dreadful. I was playing top in the last game.
We've swapped in a lot of our we've swapped out a lot of our roster, give some people a chance to play, and Monsieur will be playing top this
Exactly.
game.
Yep. This is his first game he's played so far this season, so looking really forward to seeing the results and seeing what he can do.
Right, and we are back to draft. So we've got some bans already. We have Kaisa, Amumu, and Ziggs banned for Valpo, or from Valpo, and Zac, Aurelian, Soul, and Nami banned from Lords.
Yeah, the Ziggs ban is really interesting because we're blue side again, and so that means we're probably not looking to pick it again. So I'm really interested to see what they pick first here. Probably think like the likes of like a Jarvan or like a Syndra or something like that, or maybe even like a Sylas. If since Justin is not in the game anymore.
Yeah. Who's mid this game?
It's Simon. Oh, and there's the Viego. Okay. It's a contested pick between the two junglers here, and I know Chance was really, or Super Bear was very much wanting to pick it last game, but we had to tell him to pick J4 instead. Whew. Is there any picks last game that you think that they might repeat on the side of Lords?
No.
No?
Maybe Jin. I mean, Jin was doing fine.
Yeah, a clean slate. Okay, well there's the Nocturne Orianna. That's
yeah,
a combo.
That's a fun combo.
Yeah, we're seeing it a couple here and there in Worlds right now even. So excited to see what they can do with it. But there's the Silas. I would say that's probably
That's probably going to be mid lane.
yeah. Well, it's like
Yeah.
it's Sal Sushi's signature champion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been putting numbers up on the Silas, especially stealing the Nocturne or the Orianna ult is looking pretty good for him so
Yeah,
far.
Silas with Nocturnal is kind of terrifying.
Gives him a lot of backline access and see what he can do with it. And the Melio.
Melio. Who's
Interesting.
Melio for here?
Well, they're probably going to be looking to pick. I know Jovan is more of an enchanter player, than the tank engages, unlike Aemon, but I think the Melio probably is going to be so you can ult the Nocturne ult and cleanse it.
Really? You can cleanse Nocturnal from your team with
Yeah,
Melio?
I'm pretty sure it's a CC.
Weird.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, if you have Mal's spell shield up in Nocturne ults, it pops the spell shield and you can see normally.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. Is that
And it's a Twitch.
That
Yep.
Twitch? He's invisible. He's activated his invisibility, which is why we can't see him.
A target ban the Jinx. I think that's probably what Valpo was looking to pick with
Yeah.
the Melio here.
This draft is kind of weird.
It is. It is. I'm probably expecting them to play more bot side. This game, especially with the Emilio pick, they're not looking to roam away, and so they're probably. I really wonder. I mean, they probably need another engage source from top lane, so I'm thinking like the likes of like Malphite or something like that.
Malphite would be really good. Does Monsieur play Malphite?
I honestly don't know, but he's not really that hard, so I think a quick Malphite pick could maybe look up a little tutorial.
First time in
Oh, yeah.
in the comp game. I've done that before.
Oh yeah.
I picked Trundle. the first
That
time in
that
a
did
comp
happen.
game. That
That
was
did
really
happen.
funny.
I don't think you were allowed to pick anything else but Trundle for the next like 3
5
series.
games.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Dude, and everybody wonders why I stopped playing, stopped playing and moved to casting.
Very true. Expecting the support here. Yep.
Monoliths.
Okay. So they're looking for some engage and some kill pressure bot lane when they're playing with the Nocturne Orianna. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, I think Lords is saying this game's going to be kind of
Ooh,
all
there's
or
a
nothing.
Lucian.
Lucian. How is the Lucian Melio lane?
Yeah, so Lucian's passive benefits a bunch from all the different shields and heals that Melio can put on him, and so it works really well, just like the Nami Lucian lane
Mhm.
does. So I think, I mean, with that Lucian pick, that's a lot of pressure they're getting. And there's the Ornn Hover
Yeah, I was
for
about
more
to tweak.
tank.
I was
Yeah,
about to tweak if we pick Smolder.
a blind Smolder top would be really out of nowhere. They don't even let me do that, so I got a little jealous.
Oh, they picked
The
Alawi. They were going to ban
Alawi,
it.
they were. I bet they're kind of kicking themselves for that a little bit, but
Is Alawi good into Ornn?
Oh, fantastic in the Ornn.
That's what I thought.
She thrives in any tank matchup.
She loses Mord.
Yes, yep. Well, that's because he can alter out.
But that's the draft for game 2 here. So we're gonna go to break really quick, and we will join you back for game 2. And we're back with game 2 of our series versus Lourdes. Dreadful, what would you say are our lanes to watch this game?
Yeah, so I think the big focus is going to be on that mid and bot lane. Top's just going to be playing to, looks like they're invading here actually, but Top's going to be playing the neutralize and just scale up and farm. And I'm assuming we're probably going to be playing heavily around that Silas Viego combo and then rotating down to bot lane afterwards.
I think we are going to see an invade here, and in my opinion, when you win with a 17,000 gold lead, you're allowed to have a little fun in game 2.
Agreed. Actually, it looks like they were stacking to invade. They thought the Nautilus might walk down and invade, so they wanted the 5-stack.
Guys, walk in. Come on. Oh, guys.
Yeah. I know that Lord's jungler last game walked for an early ward. Doesn't look like they're doing it this time around.
That was their mid laner, actually.
That was it was a brand, I thought.
Mm.
Not really. Okay.
Yone walked down through this bush.
Oh,
there.
right. Actually, we didn't see that happen. We were thinking that because the brand walked into topside jungle.
Yeah, I was surprised I hadn't seen somebody do that before.
Yeah, smart. Good for them. Just the waves are crashing here, and Orianna is hitting that mid wave a little early, so she'll probably have the early push in this matchup.
Yeah, and I mean she's the ranged character in the matchup, so she's probably gonna have that anyways, though, right?
Yeah. Got some quick tentacle setups top lane, and it's good on Adam for not letting himself get hit by that. We have a little bit of fighting and engaged by Sal Sushi.
Don't people usually start Q on Silas?
No, so you go E start, it lets you gap
E-start?
close, it's
Okay,
more
yeah,
damage,
yeah.
and you get 2 passive procs. So quick little electrocute proc there. But there is just like the Orianna, early level 2. We have an engaged bot lane from DM Dem. He's poking for a little bit of damage.
I always start Q on Silas jungle.
Interesting.
Just kidding, I can't remember what I did. Oh, get your brittle proc. Get your brittle proc.
I mean, that was a pretty good trade, all things considered. The hook from the Dulahan.
And Alawi has Blade. So Ornn's going to be able to heal up a lot better than she is.
Yeah, but when it comes to Alawi does heal from the damage she does.
That's true.
So, I mean, the extra damage AD could be helpful here. Looks like they're not trading super heavily, but the Ornn is definitely gonna have the recall soon.
He's going crazy. That's
Now mid lane is a different story.
if she stays, she's dead once his abilities come up.
Yeah, I think Electrocute's off.
I think he's
cooldown.
going for the flash
looking for
here.
it.
Oh. I mean, he's
And there's the
he's a
first
freak.
blood. There you go.
He's a freak.
I mean, he didn't even need the flash there.
No, I
That
thought he was going to flash through the minion wave. That's what I would have done.
Ah, yep. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of early pressure coming from mid lane. They've already forced out the
Especially
TP and
because
everything.
Silas can snowball so hard.
Yeah, I would not be. Oh, it looks like there's a Nocturne play in bot side.
Did she just hit her E on that minion?
I think so, and we got the exhaust going out on the
Suitor's
diadem.
coming in. He's invisible.
And Nocturne just running
Oh,
down
he's
the Lucian.
he's about to get resets though. He's going to get resets in a second.
I think so. Oh, and the flash away. It's kind of
Wait,
rough.
they're actually doing a good job.
Yeah, but the Silas
Oh
damage.
yeah, here he comes.
It's
Here he
just-
comes. Oh, yep.
Oh,
Oh, he missed it.
the Nautilus Q barely missing. Super
That's
Bear.
unfortunate.
Can't be too disappointed
Hit him
with
with
the
the
turn
soccer
events
ball.
there, but
Or something. There's tentacles everywhere.
yeah, this top lane matchup's looking a little rough here. He's getting pushed under tower.
I mean, he's only down 4 Wait, what is Twitch doing? What? Is he just gonna take that?
Oh no. He was stalling the recall
he
for the
missed
Nocturne wraparound.
He missed his stun.
Yeah,
That's
the spell shield.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough matchup for the Viego, just because of that spell shield. But I think with the Silas
he
mid
didn't
lane,
hit the spell shield with it. It just went wide.
he just went wide.
Yeah. And that's I think why his Q didn't hit.
Right, that'll do it. But top lane though, Mansoor doing a good job of keeping even CS.
Yeah, it's Oh, he built himself a little ruby crystal.
Nice.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I always liked playing Ornn. You buy a bunch of rejuvenation beads.
Yep.
You don't ever leave the lane. You buy like 5 of them.
Oh yeah.
Just sit there the whole time.
I mean, when he first came out, building a ruby crystal just healed you 150 health.
Yeah.
So that was a little balance, I think.
That's kind of crazy that they didn't think about that.
He also, I think he did double the damage he does now on his W, and he had a shield. So he's a little.
What gave him his shield? His
W.
His W gave him the shield. That's what I was thinking.
If it wasn't enough damage. That's the level 6 from Malawi, so I doubt we'll see Viego going topside anytime soon.
Yeah, he is taking the
And that is an
dragon right now.
engage.
Oh, that is. Oh, he lives. He lives.
He lives.
Malawi's beating up his little copy, but he lives.
Yeah.
Can Valpo get this dragon? Pretty
Probably. They had the mid lane hold bot wave and kind of pressure there and have the bot swap to mid.
quick. We need Silas to get some levels though. I mean surely that has to have cost him a little bit of XP.
Yeah, I think, and he's catching. Oh, and he didn't even catch the wave, but they're looking to make a play on him mid. We gotta be really careful about the Orianna ult and the follow-up coming from it. Sure, they're looking for it right now, but just out of range.
Valpo needs to slow down a little bit. We need to slow down a little bit. We've got a lot of. Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah, and I think he should be getting out here. Just in case his W cooldown.
What?
There we go.
That was
okay.
that was so scary.
That was a bit ballsy, but it works.
I think we got a couple players in this is their rookie season, right? Like
Yep.
two players this is their rookie season, our support and our mid laner. I believe Monsieur didn't get too much time to play last year, and it's his first game of the season. So I mean, it's just a lot of you kind of got to learn to not take that lead and just let the excitement of winning last game get to your head too much. Like you can't take every fight just for fun. You still got to play real League of Legends.
Yep.
Oh, he almost timed that really
He
well.
almost timed it. So you gotta wait until it starts glowing at the bottom, and then
Yeah.
you guarantee to hit it with your E. So if he just waits half a second more, and he'll be hitting those. We got the Nocturne ult from downtown.
Oh, he does stop the fear with his ult. That's nice. Oh, he did it again.
Oh no, and that's gonna be a kill picked up for
Yeah.
Lourdes. I think Valpo can get the grubs here with the rotation of Diadem and Yovana, but it's a little rough. We gotta have to hash out that combo in practice tool, I think. But I mean, if you look here down at Lucian, that is a big CS lead that's just growing and growing.
I mean, what,
as time goes on.
11?
Yeah,
That doesn't matter.
I mean that's about a kill.
I mean, we've got that in jungle too. We did a little bit ago.
Yep, and I mean it's making up for the CS deficits across the map. So I think it's still an even game. Could go either way, but
I mean, we need to see. We need to see.
Oh, and
Oh,
the flank
hold on, big-
by the
Yeah, that's the Twitch. The Twitch special is go invisible and appear behind you.
Yeah, we got to be careful when we're going for plays. You saw that the Silas and the Viego were off the map when they looked for that. So I think have to be a little bit more conscious of that, but should be okay.
We really need to start making some plays around Sal Sushi. Like that Silas is barely down on CS. 3 kills
3 kills. I would
at
not.
9 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him pick up a Dark Seal here in a couple minutes.
I would have bought it earlier.
Oh yeah, especially when you get that first
back
blood.
Bought the Dark Seal for Ego. Oh, when Alawi gets the clone under the tower,
It's real rough.
that's
It was a good E out.
brutal.
It was a good E out though by Mansour.
Yeah, because you kind of got to you kind of just have to take the L and let her get those extra tentacles from you, leaving its range.
Yeah. It looks like she's building an Iceborne Gauntlet, so she's gonna be really tanky, but she might not do as much damage as she normally would.
Valpo did get the first dragon and has the lead on Grubs, but Super Bear is just getting jumped on
Yeah, that is a really interesting rotation. And a late TP from Mansoor. I mean, probably lose tower plates unless we have Sal Sushi TP top
I
lane.
don't think he can. I don't think he can afford to go there. I think you just take the loss of some tower plates.
Yeah,
Where is Monsieur?
and a Nautilus hook
Mid
going
lane?
wide. Good dodge from Diadem. I mean, they've been playing, except for the two deaths, they've been playing rather well. And the CS lead is kind of closing as time goes on, but
Yeah, Valpo just needs to slow down. Slow down. Maybe get some nerves under control. But you just need to play some normal League of Legends.
Oh, and
that's a little scary. Oh, Super Bear's back.
Super Bear is
He's
there.
back for revenge. They're gonna clear this control ward. Alawi did get 2 tower platings, I believe.
Yeah, now she hasn't recalled yet to spend all that gold, but definitely got to be a little careful. The Nautilus engage,
that is
getting
coming
chunked out,
right
flashing
into
away.
the front of Valve. Oh, here comes Silas. This is exactly what we need to see.
Big Orianna ult, but Silas is in there.
He's in the back line, but can he? I don't think he can do enough damage by
No,
himself.
I don't think so.
Oh,
However,
huge. If they pick Nautilus here, that's actually not Nautilus. Nocturne.
oh,
That was so close.
Barely got the
so
reset
close. I mean, Silas is just kind of doing his thing in here. Like, this is going pretty well for Silas.
yeah, a really great Melio Q to disengage that fight.
That was good. We got the shutdown on Nocturne. It was a 2 for 2, I believe.
Yep.
Prevented them from taking Dragon.
Yeah, the only problem is that we are keep stacking up these deaths in our 2 carries, and we're gonna have to do something to get some more
Silas
gold
is
here.
kind of a carry, no?
Yeah. When we were picking the Viego, you definitely got to
Yeah.
look for
Yeah, that's
getting it ahead.
I said this earlier in the season when we had Viego, but if you fall behind on Viego, it's like you're piloting a wet paper towel. Like, if you're behind on Viego, it feels like you don't do anything at all.
Yeah, very true.
I remember the day that Viego came out. That guy was broken.
Oh yeah,
Release Viego was crazy, and the game just didn't work because there were so many bugs.
that is true.
Remember when Viego could buy Dark Seal? Do you remember that bug?
Oh wait,
If Viego bought Dark Seal and then possessed someone and died. Oh. What is that?
we have a slight error on this. Oh, hang on.
It's fine. We don't need
And we are back. Sorry about that.
But if Viego bought Dark Seal and died while possessing someone, he would respawn with negative like 900,000 stacks on his Dark Seal, which translates to like infinite AP.
Wow,
And then he would just one-shot towers. He'd walk up and just one-tap them.
that is quite the bug. I mean, it looks like speaking of Viego, are picking up the grubs here, and I think that should be all 6 for Valpo.
No, because the Lourdes got 1 last time.
Oh, they got 1. Just shy.
But I mean, 5 still gets you the Voidlings.
Oh yeah. And I mean, denying that from the Alawi is huge. I don't know
Yeah,
how
Alawi with Voidlings is absolutely demonic.
it'd be a really rough game in the split push if they manage to get those. I think the real player to watch here is as soon as we get those 2 item completions on jungle AD carry. Because currently we see the item on the Ornn and on the Silas, but
I mean, what does Ornn even need to buy against Alawi for things to start looking up a little bit? Like, is there an item Ornn can buy that makes the matchup better? I think it's just one of those matchups where it's like, it's always going to suck, no matter how much you have. Oh, takes out the tentacle. Immediately another tentacle spawns exactly where that one was.
yeah, I mean, and looks like we got engaged.
Yeah, when she hits her ult, you just gotta run. You just gotta run.
Ooh.
Oh.
Maybe the slow will be
Maybe
enough.
the
And we got
slow
the
will get
Nocturne
her.
down mid. The slow will pick her up. Wow.
No,
Oh,
it doesn't. It doesn't. That's so close.
dang. That is tough. And we got the Nocturne ult mid lane too. It's got to feel real bad for Valpo.
Does that shutdown, did Sal Sushi's shutdown go to Nocturne as well?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So this is looking like a. I mean, they're down
It's an uphill
2K.
battle.
It's definitely an uphill battle. It's still winnable for sure. It's really going to come down to how they use the Silas' lead, but until we see that,
Oh
it's looking
my
a little
goodness,
rough.
that turret damage.
Yeah, I mean, Alawi is just going to be split pushing this game away. I don't know who can match her on the side of Valpo.
I don't either. I genuinely do not know.
Oh, and I think Alawi's going to pick up another kill here. Oh, and she just goes for the tentacle.
Oh,
Just wants some more
God.
damage.
Just, I mean, this, you really hate to see when this sort of thing happens top lane. Like, Alawi is one of the worst champions to have get ahead on you in top lane.
Yeah, I mean, the trading just becomes impossible.
Especially as a tank. And, like, it's only 2 kills. Like, I say only 2 kills, but it's like 2 kills in the grand scheme of things is not that much. There's not a lot of laners who can become this dominant with just 2 kills. Because it's like, Monsieur can't do anything right now.
No, and it looks like because of that, they will be losing this Rift Herald. Assuming Lourdes will be looking to drop this mid to pick up that mid tower. And... but we do have Sal Sushi hitting that mid lane turret in the bottom right corner of the mini lap. So maybe trade some tower pressure here?
Is he gonna get it? No, he's
Oh,
not
just
gonna get
quiet. It's a good rotation by the bot lane of Lourdes to deny that tower take. It does look like Valpo is positioning for that dragon and clearing out the vision here. If they do manage to pick it up, it could buy them some really valuable time to scale up.
Especially as it's a Chemtech Drake, which helps with... What does the individual dragons of Chemtech do?
Sure, yeah, so they give healing and shielding power, which will be really,
that's
really good
here. That's really good here.
for pretty much all of the
For
champions.
all these champions. So if Valpo can get 3 Chemtech dragons, I mean, that's pretty useful.
Pretty good. I think it's 5% per, so basically an extra enchanter item on everybody. They do need to be really careful about the stealth
God.
twitch and the... Oh, no, and we see the engage onto Sal Sushi and the exhaust. That just looks unplayable.
I mean, it seems like there's just like a communication breakdown in Valpo right now. I think I would say that, like we talked a little bit, like we got a couple newer players in here. Learning the communication side of coordinated play is probably the hardest part.
Definitely, for sure. And it's rough because we do see a lot of pink wards in the inventory of Valpo, and they just haven't had the chance to place them yet to reveal that twitch.
Yeah, I mean, Lourdes has basically started doing what they need to this game. It's like Rome compared to last game. It's like Rome as a group, get kills where you can, right? Like just funnel gold onto your carries, which are Nocturne and Twitch right now. And Alawi is just split pushing super well with an amazing matchup into the Ornn.
Yeah, and I think she's just going to pick up another tower here, and if she baits him into the tentacle, it could be really rough.
I don't think... Like, if even our Silas can't stop the Alawi, nobody can.
They're going to have to rotate bot lane down to deal with her, I think. And she is just going to pick up this tower here. But they are trading for mid tower in the map. This is a really good rotation from Valpo.
We get the mid turret. That helps us get a little gold back. Gold back.
Now what I'm looking to see here against the Twitch is dropping a control ward in the middle of mid lane. It is so good at preventing those cheese kills that Twitch can get.
Interesting. I feel like that would just fall pretty quick.
No, yeah, you believe it or not, it's really easy to just defend it, because you can just pressure him away, especially with the culling, with the Melio Qs. And as long as it's not directly in the center lane, and we see a Nocturnal coming in, disengaged by the Melio Q. And
I feel like Diadem's ult just doesn't do any damage right now.
No, he's really going to need to get some extra crit, because the more crit you buy, the more damage the ulti deals.
And I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like
We see an
Nocturne-
engage though onto the Twitch, flashing away.
There's just oh, here comes Silas. Here comes Silas. He just needs to run at him.
And
Okay, he just needs to run at
Diadem
him.
is unleashing,
Oh,
but the
oh.
Nocturnal going in. He's a little too deep though, but he picks up the kill. We'll see if we can get a reset onto
God,
the Viego.
Alawi's here.
But Vlawi coming in is really
oh my
rough.
God, she's just flashing at them.
Oh, and we missed the Ornn ulti. That
My
is
God,
rough.
no one can stop the Alawi.
Diadem's looking on
Diadem
the
gets
side,
found
but
by the
overextends
Nautilus
slightly.
hook. Oh,
Orianna ult
the
is big.
Orianna ult.
This shockwave finds them all. And all that's left standing is Super Bear on the Viego here.
Wow, I did not expect that out of that fight.
It was looked really promising. I just think that Valpo
Yeah,
was
it is.
slightly overextended.
Valpo just should have taken what they could have got and walked away.
Yeah, it's a little rough because you don't like wasting your TPs, wasting your ultis for nothing, but
Yeah,
nothing is better than
that.
that play. But it does look like
But
they tried
Baron-
going Baron and
Yeah,
it executed the Orianna. Twitch is low, and that's a reset onto Super Bear.
is it finally happening?
I
Is
think
it
it's
finally
happening. I think it's happening.
He's shooting minions.
They're getting the wave push, and I
okay.
think they're
We
looking
got a
for a
double kill,
Baron
okay.
play of their
We got a
own.
double kill. Can we get Baron here? I think we can. We 100%
I
can.
think we can. I think they can.
If we can take Baron here, that actually might help a little bit to change the momentum of this game.
Precisely, and I
I'm
think
just really worried about Olawi walking up here.
yeah, the Alawi ult and the Nocturnal
Oh,
could be really rough.
Olawi's here.
Alawi is here. Looks like he engaged. The ult goes wide. Only hits one member,
Oh, Olawi pressed R. Oh
and she just
Oh, no!
barely doesn't die, and she's just staying at 1
no.
HP.
Oh
Blue team's
no. That's what happens when Olawi presses R on top of 5 people. The
Yeah.
Herald is still sitting mid lane.
Luckily, though, Sal Sushi did stay alive, so they can't really look for a Baron play of their own again. And he's picked up the Storm Surge second item. That is a big, big spike for him.
Gold lead has widened a little bit to around 4.5k gold.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna need some outplays on the side of Valpo to come back from that. And it looks like they
Oh
are.
God, are they trying to cheese right now?
Yeah, they're looking for a
Oh,
pick
that's
onto the
disgusting.
Viego. Yeah,
That's disgusting.
and that
This
red side jungle from
we call a
Valpo.
flag on the play.
But we
Oh,
do have an engage at the same time. That is a pick.
That is a nice pick.
And a shutdown to the side of Sal Sushi, and it does look like Super Bear lives just
and
spending the
Sal
ulti.
Sushi's gonna come in from the bot side here. He's gonna find an angle. Oh, he hit the blast cone, but it's okay. We pick up the kill anyways.
Yeah, and funny enough, the Viego queued and smited the red buff to steal it away. So really rough play on the side of Lourdes, and it looks like they're looking
It looks
onto
like we're gonna
Nautilus
find
too.
Nautilus too. Oh nope, he's too tanky. Oh God.
Oh no, they're
Oh,
walking into the
no!
Alawi. If they disengage here, it's
Again?
fine. If they disengage here, it's fine. Alawi ult is down, and they can look to get Dragon.
Oh. I think
The
they're gonna
Yovan will
find
walk
Amelia,
a little
though.
too forward. Yeah, that is rough. They might have to give now.
No, it's so scary when you see Valpo walking towards the Alawi that's sitting in the bush. Like, we know that Alawi's just kind of like a tiger, waiting to jump out by pressing R on the enemy team. But yeah, that extra healing on Alawi, even only if it's only on Alawi, like Nocturne heals a little bit, Nautilus shields a little bit, but extra healing on Alawi, that is disgusting. And I think that's component of Spectre's Cowl, right?
Yep, they're looking
Yeah,
for
and that's
more
going to be a
healing and
Spirit
shielding.
Visage, which is going to give even
I
more
do
healing
think
and
they got to
shielding.
pick onto the Twitch here. Let's see what they
That's
can do
good.
across the map with that.
That's good. Baron is still up.
Alawi is down
I think
here.
they're going to just try and have Silas clear the... Whoa.
Looks like a little bit of
That's kinda
engage.
cool. I mean,
Yeah.
Alawi has barely any magic resist.
Yeah, she definitely needs to complete that Spirit Visage, but when she does, it's gonna be rough. But until then, I think the Silas can match her. We do see the second item picked up for the Lucian. It doesn't give a lot of AD, but he can really be cycling his abilities now. I think the Sylas should be able to pick up the bot tower. That pick on the Twitch really let them lay down some vision and get some breathing room in this game.
Yeah, I think so too. Pick up a turret bot side. That's good. The gold lead is shrinking now. The gold lead is looking better than it was a little bit ago.
Yeah, and what you really gotta keep an eye on is these tier 2 towers up for both teams. That's a lot of standing gold on the map, and it does look like when they see those two champions bot side, they're looking to start the Baron.
Alpha goes for Baron again. Can we break the curse on Baron? Oh, Alawi's just TP.
That's Alawi TP, and I think they're looking to disengage,
yeah,
just burn the TP.
Away. They're gonna have to, is Nocturne gonna go in here? Oh, he's
It looks
smart.
like they're
He
starting
knows
the
he
Baron
doesn't have
now.
to. Yeah, they're gonna just try and turn the Baron around. They're gonna get a bunch of damage out on Ornn. Oh, Silas is here. This is gonna be, I think, our first 5v5 of the game if they choose to fight here. Oh, Alawi's hungry.
Yeah, now importantly, she is not level 16 yet, so that level 3 ultimate, still
What does
not
she
here.
get at 16?
I believe it's more
specifically?
healing, more damage on the tentacles.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Basically everything she'd ever want.
Now they are potentially looking on her. It's a nice little chunk. Viego got on top of the Orianna, but is now getting picked in return.
Oh, the Ornn.
Big Ornn ulti going in.
Did that hit 4 people?
That hit all
That's
4.
nice.
But the Orianna ult returns
God.
on the side.
Oh, Alawi's right in the middle of them. Monsieur's definitely a little tankier, but he's still going to get taken down by the tentacles. Oh, and
Nocturnal going
is
in.
going out. Oh, Silas's Q goes.
And
goes a
he
little
just
wide.
barely misses out on the kill. We'll have to see what Super Bear can do on the back of the fight if he's looking for anything at all.
Back.
But there's a couple real low health members. It's such a shame.
God, is he gonna go for it? Oh, he doesn't have flash. He can't.
I mean that looks like a highlight reel waiting to happen if he did have that flash. Funny enough, you do see the experimental hexblade picked up by the Nocturne. You really don't see that item often.
Yeah, that item, that reduces the ult cooldown, right? When you
It
kill
does, just
somebody?
like Malignance, yep. I think, gotta watch that Twitch and Nautilus walking into the bot side jungle. They're looking for something, but the Nautilus hook going into the wall stops the play in the tracks. We do have Soul for the side of Lourdes spawning in 25 seconds, so Valpo's definitely going to be looking to deny that. It's going to be really rough because Valpo's just been pushed in this whole game, mid lane. Lourdes been having their way with the map.
I mean, the turrets are still even.
They're still
Valpo's is
standing.
hurting, but still up.
You do see Super Bear on the side getting tagged with the Test of Spirit. And the drag is started up. Pulling Unleashed, trying to poke down the members of Lourdes.
This will be Soul for Lourdes if they can get this dragon.
And
And oh,
and the steal by Super Bear!
keeping them in the running to get Soul, denying Soul from Lourdes, but
That is a
at
reset
what
for the Viego.
cost?
He's on top of the
he
Twitch.
finds-
Twitch flashing away.
He doesn't find Twitch. Monsier's is running around in the backside.
And the
But-
fadeaway chains from Sushi
Super Bear
finding the
needs to get in
Twitch.
there and try and help Monsieur get a kill here, or it will all be for naught. Oh,
That is
Monster's
lots
just
CC.
hitting huge CC, and he gets the reset on Not, and that is going to be an ace for Valpo.
That was a phenomenal fight for Mansoor. He's been struggling a little bit in this game, but seeing yes, that was he stayed alive for forever in that fight.
Yeah, that was really good. He's got his upgraded item. That's probably
Definitely played a big part. And you do see he upgraded the item on the side of Sal Sushi. Extra AP coming through. And they are starting up this Baron. And it doesn't look like the Nocturne is moving to contest it. They are gonna have to give it.
yeah. Well, it'd be kind of funny if Nocturne did just ult on them. That would be kind of funny.
Kind of rough.
Oh,
And he
here
is
comes.
looking in.
He's gonna do it.
With a Twitch engage.
This is scary. This is a little. Oh,
And
Baron's healing.
I do think they need to just disengage from the Baron. That was a smart call by Valpo. It was a good look, but
Yeah.
I think the inventories to watch is this is definitely nearing that Sterix gauge for the Viego. That's going to be a big purchase and giving him a lot more survivability in these fights.
So he's got 2 and kind of a half durability items after he finishes Sterax. Because Sterax does a lot of survivability, but it gives you a little AD as well.
It does, yes.
Viego just needs to buy a tank item next. That's my opinion. I've played quite a lot of Viego.
Sure.
It's okay to buy a tank item.
Yeah, I think a tank item or like something like a Death's Dance to give him a little
Like-
bit more survivability could be really good.
You know what he really should buy is Frozen Heart. I know he doesn't get mana, but the slow of attack speed and the rock solid passive plus just giving you a ton of armor would be super useful here.
Yeah, I do think the Ornn picking up Frozen Heart could be a really good purchase
Yeah.
as well with how cheap that item is now.
And then Viego goes like Randuin's or something instead.
Something like that, yeah.
'Cause I think he just really needs to be able to survive jumping on the Nocturne, jumping on the Alawi, jumping on the Twitch.
Yep. And we do see he has his Ornn item as well. So those Ornn items coming in, honestly, with the value in the gold items, I think Valpo might even be in the lead.
Yeah, I
Just-
think Valpo is making a comeback slowly but surely.
And they're looking for a pick onto the Alawi. The ult coming out.
Oh, that's
See if
a
they
big ult.
disengage.
That's a big ult. I think they're gonna walk away from the tentacles. Super Bear is alone with the Alawi, and Nocturne is going in on Lucian in our jungle. Dude, I'm gonna get found by. It's like the opposite. We give away our ADC, they give away their top laner.
Yeah,
I think that their top laner's worth more than our ADC right now.
I do think so right now. And we do see that rapid fire cannon finally picked up for the Lucian. That's really
Nice.
going to help him hit in these fights from range. The only problem is that Lucian does not have a ton of AD in his inventory right now. We're going to have to look for a fourth item. I think is going to be a big spike for him.
Been destroyed.
I think he goes what, IE?
IE for sure, yeah. IE or a Bloodthirster if he wants to
Survive a little more.
survive a little bit longer, yeah.
But you
Do
know,
have a pick coming in onto Mansoor. See how long he can live. Maybe buy some time for his team. And he is just going to get
that
cleaved
Black
down with the
Cleaver
Borg.
is Black Cleaver and Bork does a lot of damage to Ornn. And Valpo's going to have to fight for Soul again in a second here.
That is going to be at a man disadvantage for the first 8 or so seconds of that dragon. It's going to be really, really rough. Valpo's going to be really careful not to get picked.
Viego has finished his Sterex now. But you know one thing about Viego players and their items? You know what item Viego players need to build more?
What?
Blade of the Ruined King.
Yeah. We do have an engage from
nice.
from
I think we're gonna see some
Sushi.
resets in a second.
the Oriana ult
Oh,
is big,
yep,
but
yep,
not
yep.
big enough. And that is Super Beer.
Super
Super
Bear.
Bear and Sal Sushi absolutely cleaning up and running that team fight. They're
Oh,
looking
oh,
onto
it's
the
a
and the
Nocturne
chains
too.
onto Nocturne. That's a quadra kill.
And Valpo is going to keep them in the running for Soul one more time. The next dragon will decide who gets the Soul, no matter what.
And it looks like Sal Sushi is trying to pick up that mid tower before the
I mean, what is
Alawi
he
can
trying
walk.
to pick up? Like, he has 15 kills right now.
Yeah, he does need to be a little bit careful.
Oh,
And we
the
see the
stopwatch.
Zanyas.
I'm still gonna call it stopwatch.
That's fair.
Wait, it is a stopwatch. It broke.
The Seeker's Arm Guard. Yeah. That's a really good pickup of tower for him, and he survives the fight. Big demolish proc, really chunking down that tower.
I mean, when Nocturne's not here to shred his armor, Monsieur lives a lot longer.
Yeah.
Red team
I think and they pick up another tower. That is 700 gold into the pocket of Viego. And just like
Valvo's
that,
ahead on
they're
gold
they're,
again.
they're ahead on gold. They have
Get
one
out of there,
items.
Emilio. You gotta get out of there.
Just a blast plant over the wall. Oh, but that is a. And he gets out, and he gets
I think
out.
he's out.
That's big.
Because if we had lost Viego there, that probably wouldn't have been a Baron.
Yep, they could have
attempt.
easily picked up Baron. They really needed to.
But
and the pick
Salsucci
onto
gets the
Snorlax.
pick on Nocturne, and now I think Valpo can do the exact opposite of what we were just talking about. Actually, they're all gonna back, but
But they're
could've
looking.
just gone for Baron right there.
Yeah, and I think they bought themselves some time, and they can get those item resets and get
Because
some gold here.
Oriana isn't back either. So that would have been a 3v5 on Baron.
Yeah, that could have been really good.
Oh, look! He's building Blade of the Ruin King.
There you go. It's gonna give him a lot of extra damage in these fights.
So much damage, and the healing is really nice, especially with those two Chemtech dragons.
Yeah.
Just bite the bullet and build a tank item last.
And this is a really good read by the side of Valpo Esports. Just
I
seeing
think
them all
Twitch dies
recall.
for this for
Yep,
sure.
and the Twitch that trying the 1v4 is a really interesting play. Can't say I would do the same.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
The Baron pickup and another Ornn item coming out. This is looking real rough for Lourdes now. I think Valpo has done a really good job turtling and waiting for their item spikes coming back into this game. I do want to see what Salsucci can do with that Oriana ult on him.
I mean, I think he's just gonna throw it at him in a second.
Yeah. It's a lot of burst damage. And we do see the Nautilus ult, but the great Zhonya's flashing out. Got Nocturne on the back.
Where is where's the Oriana ult? They're right there.
There it is.
Ilaoi is down using the Oriana ult for the Ilaoi. Monsieur in there just soaking up damage, and I think Valpo is going to have to run away for now. Live to fight another day with their Baron buff.
That's a lot of low health bars on the side of Lourdes, but they just couldn't get an extra kill. End up going 1 for 2 in the fight. Could be worse. Some nice damage.
Lucian has purchased Lord Dominic's regards.
He has. That is going to be a nice spike.
I mean, I think it makes sense because Nocturne's got quite a lot of health with his items right now. Nautilus, Ilaoi.
They did take away the percent health damage.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that item do now?
Just a lot of armor pen. And I mean, you've got Frozen Gauntlet, sorry, on the side of the Ilaoi and the what's it called? Nautilus. So that is going to be some nice shred there.
And a couple armor boots to shred through as well. Oh, and Silas is just blowing up Nautilus right now.
Mind you, that was
huge
through a Celestial Opposition shield. That's like 35% damage reduction. I think if Silas gets on top of any character from the side of Lourdes, they are instantly dead.
Yeah. What is Celestial Opposition? I don't see that.
Yeah, so that's the new support item.
Oh,
yes.
That's that banner thing?
Yeah, the bubble.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Yeah. It's like an old crown of the Shattered Queen.
Yep. Did they take that out?
They did. They did remove that from mages. Couple is positioning with a man advantage on this dragon.
I think they could have blown up that Twitch.
I think so too.
He was way too close to them. That has to be illegal. But this is, I mean, this is it. Soul Point is right here, and I believe Chemtech Soul is quite strong.
It is. They are trying to burst them down. But the Nocturne did just get into the pit. It's picked up by the Lucian.
Picked up by Lucian. Oh, Monsieur gonna hit an ult on Alawi, I think. Alawi and Twitch. Oh, Sal Sushi does go down.
Yeah, he was stalling on their backline. I had to see how worth that was, but they did pick up the soul.
Valpo has soul. I believe Baron has run out now.
Yep. And
But, I mean, all things considered, that's not the worst thing ever.
no, it's really not. They're not even gonna get that many towers, I think, off the back of it. Just definitely a very back and forth game. Keeping us
It's
at the edge of our
close
seats.
now, too.
It
It's
is.
only a 700 gold difference now. And this late in the game, 700 gold does not really matter all that
No,
much.
it really doesn't.
But-
What matters more is those levels, right? So you have 2 levels up on top lane. You got a level up, I think, on our AD carry. Blake is level 16.
What level is Silas? 17, so we're a level
17
down
to
mid lane.
18. Yeah.
But another thing to consider is our Ornn items. We
That
have
is
an
true.
Ornn item on 4 out of 5 champions, so we just need... Did they give Ornn his second item back now that there's...
No,
Six?
no. He doesn't get 2 upgrades, but he does give 1 out each level after 13.
Yeah, what happens if he gets to set... What happens when he gets to
Oh,
18?
he just nothing. He just hands them out.
Darn.
Yeah. Do you see him pushing that that bot wave? They're probably going to be looking to shift. We do see the Nautilus ult comes out on top
Roger
of,
comes in on...
and that is a lot of
Silas.
chains to see
Silas, I
caught
think
out of position.
He needs to sell his Dark Seal and buy something that lets him live a little longer.
Yeah, and sadly
That's
that
both of Valpo's biggest carries down right now.
And the nice thing is that the next time that happens, that Zanya's Hourglass will be back up,
Yeah.
and there he is selling the Dark Seal. See what item he works towards
It's like,
next.
he honestly needs to buy like a Guardian Angel. Like I know it's... Wait, can you buy GA and Stopwatch?
Yeah. Oh, and the flash away from the Orianna ult by Diadem.
Oh, if only Super Bear were here to capitalize on all these super low health bars. But they are going to find the Nautilus here. Oh, the Nocturnal going out on Diadem. They take out Nautilus, Nocturne. His GA procking. Oh, nice,
Big
nice.
knock up.
Diadem is just kind of skating around the enemy here.
And that
picking
was
up kills.
that was
really
a
good.
terrific 3v5 from the side of Valpo. They needed to win that fight, and they luckily did. Great peel all around on top of the Lucian to keep him alive and keep him hidden.
Did Silas just full buy something?
Yeah, he picked up a whole Banshee's Veil. So that play is never happening again.
What
Is
is the
super
Banshee's
big.
Veil going to do for him here?
Yeah, so it's gonna block the Nautilus hooks or the Nautilus
it,
ults
got it.
from downtown. So that's gonna be really good.
They just have to pop it with something else first, though, right?
But he's gonna buy him time to do whatever he needs to, and
But
they
Valpo's
are
going for Baron again.
starting the Baron.
Silas finds Nocturne in the jungle. Gonna try and keep him off the dragon for as long as he can. Oh, another smite bite! No!
Oh,
I mean, that's live by the smite fight, die by the smite bite. It's like you can only win so many of those until one doesn't go your way.
that is going to give Lourdes a temporary gold lead, but I do think gold is really not of substance right now.
I agree. 75,000 gold per person. People are getting to full build now. We have... What is that item Viego has all the way on the left?
Oh, that is a steel sigil. It builds into either GA or Death Dance. It's just
I'm
armor.
thinking he's going GA.
Yeah, it's 80 in armor.
Ornn, like Valpo, everybody's kind of... I'm really surprised Alawi's not full build. That really surprises me.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like her CS has kind of fallen off a cliff since in the mid game. She's only at 278 in a 44-minute
Only
game.
the mid laners are at full build, which is kind of crazy at 44 minutes.
Yeah, and you see Silas is, as tradition, not farming, just getting kills instead. But we do have a 300 CS mark passed by the side of Diadem, and that is really helping him get towards these items. The Twitch, oddly enough, does have a Titanic
I
Hydra.
was gonna say the Twitch's build is kind of weird.
Yeah, it looks like.
Titanic's is like that seems like a for fun item,
Yeah, I think it'll make him a little bit tankier, and he likes the on hit.
especially
But
with Randuin's, right? Did those proc Titanic?
Runens, yes.
Oh, jeez. Jeez.
I do think though that the extra health is not going to be enough to stop Silas from
Oh.
one-shotting him. They should have, I think, 1 more minute of Baron buff before that expires, and great dodge by Diadem.
Oh,
It looks
is
like
he gonna
big,
hit all these guys? Oh, he
big,
hits
big
almost all of
Arnold.
them. Valpo just needs to go in and follow up on this. We find the Nautilus. Oh, Super Bears. Oh, no.
goes in, he
goes
does not
down.
find it.
Oh, no.
They're gonna have to
Wow,
hold the line
that
here, clear
fight
some
was
waves.
so close for a second.
And he's a lot of nice damage back on top of the Twitch.
We have the Orianna ult for...
Big! Oh my god!
That is a huge ult from Silas. Oh, my God.
Insane.
That was crazy. Sal Sushi is just putting the team on his back right now. He turned that fight from a losing 3v5 into an ace.
Yeah, that was
That is
huge.
crazy.
He has 21 kills here. That is I mean, this is a great performance by Sal Sushi, especially in his rookie
That was
semester.
amazing.
Missing the chain on the
I
Elder,
think they're
he's gonna have to
I think
wait.
they're gonna get the Elder here.
Yeah,
I mean, both mid inhibs are down, so the super minions don't really matter. I'm hoping that they can let some members of the team come back before they finish.
yeah. I mean, you see the Viego respawn. It is gonna take him a little bit of time. I think they should be all up before it spawns. The nice part of having a comeback team fight is your death timers are shorter.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. See if they stall for the Lucian.
Oh, are they gonna stall for Lucian to get
They
it?
they might.
No, they're
Oh,
selfish.
they
They're
don't want to
selfish.
risk it. They don't want to risk
Couldn't
it.
wait 2 seconds for their teammate.
I mean, that is a big Elder buff picked
Yeah,
up.
somebody's got to clip that play from South Sushi. That was amazing.
Yeah, if nobody does, I will make sure I go after this game and clip that. Put it in the channel. Have to start the Sal Sushi highlight reel. They're still in this game.
I mean, that's I like Valpo. I think right now is their best shot at ending the game.
Yeah,
They have Elder
really
right
got to
now.
use that Elder buff. Yeah, it is. It should be expiring because it does not last as long as Baron does.
I mean, like they need to at least try and get a team fight out.
Yeah, I mean they need to get
Before
this,
this
pick up
ends.
this bot tier 2, which I think they're doing.
I
They've
mean, I
sent
think
Mansoor.
is
Yeah,
down there to do that, and he does get those grubs, and Elder buff does work on towers, right?
it does. It might.
I
I'm
think
not
it
entirely
does.
sure.
I think it does. I think it applies on everything. I mean, Valpo just really needs... I think they need to force a fight here during this time where they have such a huge advantage. They don't have Elder on their ADC, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah,
It's
and I
really
mean
their only range source of damage.
the Orianna is giving a lot of wave clear to the side of Lourdes. It's letting them stem the bleeding a little bit. And they just don't have any long-range tower siege with Lucian mid lane.
Valpo has taken the Nautilus ult. I think we're gonna see a fight in a second here. Yep. That's
that
a
is a-
Nautilus ult that hits 3 members of Lourdes. Valpo needs to move up on this.
And they're chunked out, taking that inhib. I think we'll see him rotate bot here, or maybe they're just waiting for the next mid wave. The Emilio healing is really coming in clutch, keeping these guys topped off on the side of Valpo.
Baron is up. Like, if I was Valpo right now, I would just turn around. You've taken an inhib. I don't think right now with all this Orianna wave clear you're going to get much more. I would just use your Elder to take Baron.
Yeah, or at least force a fight for the Baron.
Exactly,
Could be
exactly.
really good.
They need to just move back. They need to force a fight on Baron. They'll either win the fight and then win the game, or get Baron and win the game. That's what they need to do right now. But
Yeah,
I
they
believe
are
Elder has run
hiding in the
out.
bush, waiting for
Oh
the
my
next.
god. Oh my
Ooh,
god.
they
Nautilus, you poor soul. Oh, Nautilus lives?
Nautilus dead
Oh
live.
god, Super Bear
Oh no.
just barely failing to find the Nautilus.
And with that jungler dying from the side of Valpo, I think that's going to mean that they can't go contest the Baron.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I think
There
Orange
is the
upgraded
engage.
something.
Yep, they built a chainmail. We do have an engage onto Diadem. He does space it out though. That is Nautilus, Nocturne ult, sorry, used for this fight.
What happens when Silas steals Twitch ult?
I don't think it's very good.
Does he get Twitch's auto attack range?
Yeah, I think he gets extra auto range, but it does nothing else.
Interesting. Not the attack speed that Twitch gets?
I think there's a slight attack speed steroid on it. Not entirely sure. It's not when he steals stolen often. The game has kind of slowed down to a crawl here, with a lot of wave clear on either team's side.
I think that the game could end very quickly for either team.
Yeah, any team fight, and I think the game is over. They are getting a first look onto the Baron, and I think they're starting to hit it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go for Baron here. Barons have been really weird this game.
They have, and honestly, Lourdes has been really slow to respond, and they got really lucky on that Baron steal by Nocturne.
Yeah, I think that's what kept them in the game for a while. Valpo does take the Baron, and I think whatever they do here is gonna decide how the rest of this game goes. Like if Valpo gets a good push with Baron, wins a team fight, that'll be it.
Yeah, the Baron up super minions are going to be really rough. I am liking Valpo's odds at this point. And it's honestly, it's such a testament to Valpo's endurance and like just
Yeah, 'cause this is a
weathering through
long
the
one.
early game. Yeah, 52-minute game. You do not see that often.
They go onto the Nautilus again. Somebody just
And
flashed.
the Twitch face checks the Viego. That
Oh,
is a dead rat
Monsieur,
on my
come
screen.
That's a big ult from Monsieur. We blow up the Nocturne, but we need to be ready to kill him in a second when he comes back. We kill the Nocturne.
Super
Oh,
Bear on the
Super Bear.
side.
A little overzealous with this flash.
A little overzealous, but that might be the game. Alawi
think
is
that might be
still
the game.
backing. I think Valpo has done it.
I think
Yeah,
I think this
I
is
think
gonna be
that's it.
Unless
That's it.
unless Alawi makes some crazy play here, which I don't think she's gonna.
No, I think that's it. Valpo
All right, and
are
Valpo
your.
is going to hit the Nexus and win this game after an absolute marathon of a game 2.
Definitely some stuff to VOD review, but I mean, way to come back and stay in that one.
Yeah, that was a long one. Testament to Valpo's endurance. It's hard to do that, especially I think we've been talking a lot about how, like, I think a couple of these players are new and this is different than anything they know right now.
Yeah, and I mean, 77k damage by the Silas that game. That he kept the team on his back, honestly.
Really quick, I'd like to shout out Jeff Paul for 1,000 bits cheered.
Oh
Thank
wow!
you.
Thank you so
You
much.
really kept it going in the chat this time. So thank you so much for that. But yeah, I mean, as a freshman on the team, like those really long games, that's hard.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really hard.
I mean, it's a really good showing that they're able to pull it out in the end.
All right, but that's gonna be it for this series of Valpo's GLEC. That's it for Valpo's GLEC series today. We finished. Is that 2-0 or 2-1?
2-0, 2-0.
2-0,
Yeah.
2-0. Strong start for Valpo this season. So thanks for coming out to support the team today. We'll see you on Tuesday for our next NECC series. I'm Vector.
And I'm Dreadful.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, take care.